This is the Heart of the Jungle podcast.
We're your hosts, the NRL Fanatic.
And Matty G from Speak Free.
This isn't just any West Tigers podcast.
No, this is for the most passionate,
The most diehard.
the most loyal West Tigers fans.
Welcome to the Heart of the Jungle.
Well, we just lost to the Dragons for the second time this year. We've now lost 8 in a row. When will the pain end?
Hey, it's all right, though. Luckily for us, we've only got the Roosters at Allianz this week, then the Cowboys in Townsville the week after, and then the Panthers to finish the season. So, things are looking up. Well, it was another disappointing loss at Commbank Stadium, once again against the last place Dragons. It was a bit of a spoon bowl atmosphere. Obviously, if we had won, we avoid the spoon officially. But we are still in with a mathematical chance of getting it after another defeat. 8 in a row now. And our last win was, I think, the 14th of June. So that feels like a fucking lifetime ago. How did you see this game, Fanatic?
We had a chance to win this one. Like I said last week, which we also had a chance to win. It's been a while since we've had a proper chance to win many of these games that we've been losing. So at least we're being competitive, but we have only played Parrot and Dragons. It's not like we're playing top of the table teams. We actually beat them across the board yet again in stats. We had an 87% completion rate as well, but can't convert it into enough points to get the job done as usual. We had a good second half. We were down 18-6 at half time. We won the second half. That's 16-6. Wasn't good enough.
Yeah, we left it too late, unfortunately, to find a bit of mojo, a bit of go forward, and a bit of direction in attack. We did have it there, but I think against a quality side, you don't score those sort of tries. Not saying Dragons aren't a quality side, but I'm talking about the team sitting at the top, you know. It just seems like no matter what, at the moment, we just can't get past that line of victory. We've been close against Para. We were close on the weekend. But unfortunately, these other teams just seem to want it a little bit more than us. We start poorly as well, which doesn't, then you're chasing a tail. And I think when we get in that rhythm where we are chasing points, that's where sometimes, some things turn out all right and we get a couple tries here and there. But a lot of the time, that's where our errors come. We play panic football. We're not patient. We're looking at the clock. We're running out of time, It was disappointing. It was just really disappointing once again. Some really poor missed tackles, but also some great individual efforts as well. Shout out to Abby Coruscant. I thought he played incredible. I think he had 59 tackles. That's just unreal work. 80 minutes in the middle. What incredible work ethic. He was definitely hungry after his, I guess, probably one of his, worst performances this year in his 250th. So, I could tell he was really wanting to redeem himself out there. And I think he did on an individual level. It's just a shame we didn't get the chockies. Sol Securo, mate. We've been calling it. We've been calling it on this podcast. We've been calling it, and what a debut. We've wanted it for a while. He's been killing it in Cup, to score 2 on debut. Well done to him. I'm very proud of him.
Yeah, he's one of the few players that have had time to marinate in New South Wales Cup and have basically a full season down there and keep pushing for the spot and excelling in Cup and dominating week to week. And now finally being brought up. I don't know if we've picked him again this week going into the Roosters game. So he's kept his spot and he's gonna he's hopefully this is the start of like a really good next couple of years, especially with Sakuru. But yeah, the double. What a debut!
Yeah, incredible. Yeah, really, really happy for him. And to see, so many supporters of his, family, friends, and that turn out for him was, it's always nice. It's always special to see that. And a lot of the boys really got behind him this week as well. I noticed on socials there was a lot of stories and that going up from the other boys in the team and in the cup team as well. And yeah, it's awesome to see him get his moment. But yeah, look, we're in a world of pain. We'll obviously talk a little bit more in depth within the jungle, but obviously Dewey is now going to miss the rest of the season. I know it's only 3 games, but yeah, he has provided somewhat of a spark, on an individual level. So there's another loss this coming week, and Latu as well, which we'll touch on a bit later. But yeah, it just seems like maybe it's we just gotta count down the days now till this season's fucking done. To be honest, yeah, it's gone from bad to fucking worse.
Yeah, one thing I will say about Dewey, after the game, I took real notice of him, and he was crushed after that loss. He wanted that one badly. Like some of the other players, you're like, did they really care? Dewey looked like he was devastated. Marley Silva actually tried to ask him to do an interview, and he declined it. I noticed that because he was so hurt. Speaking of hurt, one thing that we were not a fan of was Tito Taruva. He was hobbling for a good 8 minutes, and we were screaming from the crowd to take him off because he should not be out there limping. And they just kept him on for so long, way too long.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'm not sure if people who are watching weren't at the game. I'm not sure how much was actually shown on TV of him during that time. But it was fucking really bad, like to the point where he was 40 meters fucking from 30 meters behind the play the ball. Like he was hobbling back, trying to get onside, he just could not do anything. He couldn't do anything. I think at one point he even caught the ball when we got the ball down their end, and he caught the ball and he quickly threw it because he knew, I can't get tackled in the state I'm in. And the worst part is he's on the fucking sideline where where the team is, where the coaches are, where the trainers are. He's right there in front of them. And I don't know what happened. I would love to know. I would love an explanation as to why it took so long. I would love an explanation, because all I can see right now is actually it goes beyond, okay, they were sorting out the bench. No. There is a duty of care there that was not taken for Taruva. Whether it was Taruva saying he didn't want to come off, I don't know. I doubt that, because I saw there was an interchange made about 2 minutes after the injury occurred where Taruva, I think, thought that he was getting...
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he thought they're just doing a rotation, they'll change it. So he actually walked over to the sideline. I saw him go over, and then he was, no, not you, mate, not you. And that's what it looked like from my view. I don't know what was said. Obviously, we're far away.
I saw the same thing.
That's what it looked like. And to me, it's if you can get an interchange sorted in that time, why is it not for your fucking injured player who's hobbling? And thank God it's against the Dragons. No offense to the Dragons, but if that's against the Roosters or Penrith and that, they are running every fucking play at him. Every fucking play. And they score 3
Dragons
tries
actually didn't really run at him. Dragons didn't really run at him at all. And also Tino Tavana was on the bench and able to be used. And they just waited 8 whole minutes for it for no reason.
Yeah, and he did it. Yeah, and he ended up coming on. So it's well, what the fuck? What are you fucking waiting on?
Why'd you wait?
I don't know. There might be a perfectly good explanation, but I don't know. I can't believe there wasn't more people talking about it, because to me it was what the fuck? That was bad. But I don't know. Maybe it didn't get shown really on TV, maybe, because there was less than 10,000 people there. So it's not like 30,000 saw this happen. Maybe they didn't show it on TV. So I'm not too sure. So maybe you guys could let us know that. If you didn't go to the game, let us know how much of the Taruva injury period they showed, because it didn't look good. It didn't look fucking good. But yeah, look, it's another loss. We've got 3 really fucking hard games coming up. Against real top teams. And I count Cowboys as that, because Cowboys in Townsville, I know they got flogged by Roosters up there, whatever, but they have flogged us there before. We don't have a good record there, and they are fighting to stay in the 8. They're fighting to stay in the 8, and they'll be really, really fucking hungry to pile on some points against us. So it's going to be 3, very challenging weeks ahead.
We're winning them all. It's all right.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, if there's no hope, what do we have really? Let's get into our jungle MVP, because there was it wasn't the worst loss, and there was some great individual performances still. So I'm keen to talk about them.
All right, this week's Jungle MVP. We actually have some good individual performances. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, what are you doing? And also hit that like button. I've never done this mid video, but I'm testing it, seeing if it works. So subscribe, like, do all that.
100%. And if you're on Spotify, make sure you hit follow and give us a 5-star rating. Yeah, dogs.
Surely.
Love yous.
Okay. Now, on to Jungle MVP. Maddie, who are your 3, 2, 1s?
All right. Well, I have got... Let me just get it up. My 3 points goes to none other than Api Coruscant. I thought he just had an incredible individual effort game. So much work he got through. 80 minutes in the middle. 59 tackles. 1 try assist. Just thought his delivery was great all game. Real eyes up footy, and he really he helped us really get back into that game in that second half. Workhorse. My 2 points goes to debutant Sol Securo. Mate, 2 tries on debut. Killed it. Deserved to keep his spot for next week, and I'm keen to see him rip in again. Very exciting player. And my 1 goes to Fanua Pillay. I just thought he was fantastic once again. A lot of work in the middle. I think he played 55 minutes, maybe 56 minutes, something like that. 56 minutes. Got through a shitload of tackles in that time. Real strong, hard runs. Thought off the back fence really got us sort of that momentum rolling in our I know we fell short, but in our comeback in that second half, a lot of that was due to some really hard carries from Fanua out of her own end off the kickoff, and awesome.
Literally off the back fence, by the way. He was leaning against.
Yeah, I told him after the game, I said, if you're any fucking further back, mate, you'd be at fucking Lidcombe Oval.
Okay, my 3, 2, 1s. For my 3, I actually went with Sol Securo to have the game he did on debut. He showed why he belongs in that starting team, at least for now. If Taylor and Jacob Rillo take that centre spot from him, he's going to do more to earn it again, maybe. But for this year, he's definitely the best centre we have. For my 2, I went with Api Coruscant. Similar to what you said, he had a whopping 59 tackles. He also had a try assist as well. Api's my 2, and then my 1 also goes to Fanua Pillay. 56 minutes, 152 meters, 37 tackles, and 4 tackle breaks. Crazy stuff. Honorable mentions. Quick shout out to Samuela, 39 tackles, and he scored a try. Also, Pookie Bear Buller, he had 31 runs for 249 metres and a try assist as well. Junior Tupou, 193 metres. He's been really good since he's come back to the club. His defence might need a little bit more work still, but in attack, he's been one of our stars as well. Do you have any honourable mentions?
Yes, I do. First of all, I just want to say I also agree with your honourable mentions. I thought they all played a very good game, especially shout out Buller. He's copped a lot of shit lately, and you know, it comes with a price tag. Unfortunately, you want to get paid the big bucks. There's the expectation on you. So I thought for him to come out and have a really good game, especially Indigenous round. You know, he is an Indigenous player, and I thought, he played with a lot of pride. So, hats off to him. Other honourable mentions, Alex Seyfarth, I thought he was brilliant in his, I think he played 34 minutes. 34 minutes he played. And how many tackles did he do?
97 metres and 33 tackles.
That's a lot of
That's
fucking
a tackle
work,
a minute.
man. A lot of work. And, he was fantastic once again. And he's really played probably some of his best footy.
Yes.
The past few months. So, hats off to him. And also just a shout out as well to Heath Mason. Now, when he's been brought up to the NRL side before, he has been played out of position, usually in the fullback role or something along those lines. For him to play that sort of utility / lock role, I thought he handled it really, really well, and he added quite a bit of spark when he came on. He only played 14 minutes, but I thought in the time he was there, he did a lot of work. And for someone who's, maybe been seen as like on the outer in terms of, player movements and stuff within the club, I think he held his own very well, especially in a team that's quite low on confidence at the moment. So, yeah. Yeah,
he had 52 metres in those 14 minutes. So that's pretty good. One thing I want to also say, we have not looked at the Jungle MVP leaderboard in a very long time, and I'm going to actually not look at it until round 27. But I have no idea what this leaderboard's actually going to look like at the moment, because Appy's probably near the top now. All the players that were at the top have fallen off a bit. Dewey and Terrell May.
Yeah, well, Dewey no longer can get any more points for the year. That's him done. Yeah. So his total is complete.
And then we've got Appy, who's been getting points, but like spread out throughout the year. I have no idea genuinely no idea what the leaderboard's going to look like.
No clue.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, from the heart, where you become part of the show. Maddie, what do we got for the first message?
Well, people are getting shorter with their responses, and it's no wonder, because people are fucking over it. So I feel you guys. Don't worry, I'm the same. We've got one here from Adam McKinnon. He just says, absolute shit. Will our team ever be good again?
Probably not.
Probably fucking not.
George Cricketos, he sent a few in throughout the year. He said, disgraceful. Not much else to say, given it's the same things every single week. Again, simple, straight to the point. Everyone's sick of it. Everyone's so over it.
I know. And you know what? I'm sick of fucking Sunday games too, because it's a Sunday, then I'm fucking depressed, and then I wake up in a fucking awful mood going to work on a Monday. Mm-hmm. Kill me, cunt. Kill me. Literally, kill me, motherfuckers. Because can you just stop putting Tigers on fucking Sundays? Oh, well, you got another Sunday coming up. Fuck me, Dad. Fuck. We've got one from her NRL opinion. It's actually not so negative. She said, this kind of loss would have been the kind of loss that I dreamed of at the start of the season. Well, that just goes to show what sort of club we fucking are. Dreaming of losing the Dragons by 2 points. She got example, Broncos at Campbelltown lost by 1. Yeah, I get that. But that's also Broncos who are defending premiers, not the fucking St. George of the Water Dragons. It's better than losing by massive margins, and we fought back. That is true. Good effort in the second half. Heartbreaking loss nonetheless, but better than we have been. That is true. There's been some improvement. I concur. I concur. But it's still the fucking Dragons. What's that line from? Fucking St. George Illawarra. They're bottom of the ladder too. Fucking Tales to Tiger Town. Fuck me.
I didn't know what you were referencing.
Fuck me. They're bottom of the fucking ladder too.
Matt just screaming that to his Broncos team right now.
Fuck me. You've won one fucking game. I love that cunt, eh? I fucking love that cunt.
Matt just goat.
Oh, God. He is the GOAT. He's the fucking GOAT. Welcome to Within the Jungle, news from within our club. And of course, like every week, we start with praising our women's team because we won again and we are top 4, baby. Let's go. It feels good. It feels good. Another great win by the girls, this time against the Warriors.
Who were doing really well as well.
They were doing well, and we were heavy underdogs. And I know we got out to a great lead early on. Obviously, didn't quite, sustain that lead throughout. It became quite a close nail biter, but that's all right. We got the dub, and it shows resilience, because Warriors did have a lot of the momentum, and we put a halt to that to get
Twice.
the chockies. And yeah. So fantastic win by the girls. Some great performances once again. Who stood out to you, Fanatic?
Well, Faith Monero with the match winner yet again. Like, this one was a bit earlier in the game. There was still 4 or 5 minutes to go, but she can't be stopped. She had a hat-trick earlier in the year, and we're like, wow, this girl's insane. And then she scored a match winner against the Dragons and a match winner against the Lions. She can't be stopped. She actually can't be stopped. Lily Rogan scored a double from the wing. Shaylee Bent was really good. Nemo was good. But what stands out to me is the halves pairing of Racine and Lizana Lutu. They have been gelling like crazy. Like Lizana last year, I was like, she's all right. Like I wasn't sure just how good she was, but Racine's really bringing the best out of Lizana.
100%. They play with such direction in attack, and I love to see it. They link up very, very well. They've got such a natural chemistry there, and it's showing in the amount of points we're scoring. And another mention, Caitlin Turnbull ran for 162 metres. I thought she was brilliant from the back once again. Her kick returns are just unreal. Gets us into really good field position on the front foot, and we're able to really to build pressure nicely and to really get on a roll and build a lot of momentum. So yeah, fantastic performance once again. Just overall, the girls are absolutely killing it. They're just killing it. So hungry. It's great leadership. I don't know if you saw that video with Holly Wheeler. Jean the girls up. I just thought that was such a good pep talk, and fuck yeah, there's just mongrel about it. There's so much mongrel about it. I loved it.
Yeah, like we had Racine, Holly, and Shaylee all join, and they've been some of our better players, especially Racine and Shaylee. They have literally been like 2 of our 3 best players every single week. And they like normally when you sign a big name, you're like sometimes they'll live up to those expectations, but at the Tigers, we're used to them not always doing that. But no, they have been absolutely unreal. Nemo Gesa, she was really good. She scored a try as well. We had Leah Ollerton and Kayla Henderson. They both had their debut. I'm pretty sure Leah also got injured on her debut, unfortunately. But they were both on the bench or reserves, and then they both got brought into the starting side, which was cool. Yeah, it's pretty much for the girls. Harada Butler for the Waz. She I don't know how they even tackled her at all. She looked unstoppable. I don't know how they managed to even tackle her once. Yeah,
they're a tough team, man, and to go out there and without Kezi as well, and missing a few plays at the moment, they just really dug deep, and that's what I love about this team so far this season. They've just showed great fight and great resilience, and they've got a real good team chemistry, real good bond. So yeah, it's exciting times. Looking like if all goes well, Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say what I'm going to say because I don't want to jinx nothing. So
Yeah.
just bring on the Knights. Bring on the Knights this weekend, eh?
Yeah. Quickly, the Waz goal kicking, they started 0-3, and I think it was my lolly legs chance that was making it happen. Because apparently, I got messages saying you could hear it on TV, and I got messages saying you could hear it from the other side of the stadium. I want to see the full match replay on YouTube when it comes out tomorrow at the time of recording. Because I want to be able to see if I can actually hear myself. Because if so, like if you're going to a girls' game when there's probably like 1,000 people in the stadium, make noise to the opposition.
They actually have the number here, 2,733.
2,000's a lot, but for a Commbank, it was obviously empty. So you can hear all the noise in the crowd. So if especially because we've got 3 home games to end the year, let's make noise and put the goal kickers off their game. Like just scream lolly legs because they can hear it. They can definitely hear it because she missed all 3 kicks, mate. I was proud of myself. I was G'ing myself up every time she missed. But yeah, the girls are playing the Knights in Newcastle. We were actually looking at going all the way to Newcastle for just the NRLW. But it's sold out because the men's Knights team are absolutely flying. So we unfortunately can't go. I might stream.
It's their old boys' day as well. So
yes. I wish there was room for us to support the girls, but unfortunately not. I'm probably going to stream it on TikTok. I haven't decided yet, but if you want to watch the NRLW game with me, I'll probably stream it on TikTok. So keep an eye out for that. Because I don't normally do many live stream reactions, but I think I might for this game because the girls are just absolutely flying. I can't miss it for the world. Now, the rest of Within. Adam Dewey set to miss the rest of the season.
Yes, he is going to go for surgery. Look, I'm happy for him to do that, get him back as soon as we can so he's fit and ready for next year. There's no reason for him to play if he's injured. Let's get him under. Every player who needs surgery right now should be getting it. It's just ridiculous that any player would be playing injured when there's absolutely nothing to gain from it.
The only reason that because Buller, who else needs one? Buller and someone else. Someone else needs the surgery, and I can't remember who.
Someone
but
else, I forget.
It's because of the World Cup. If the World Cup wasn't here, they'd already have been and done it. But I think they really want to play the World Cup, which I get. I'm kind of surprised Dewey is having the surgery now and not playing for Lebanon, to be honest. Because I thought that everyone was going to wait till after the World Cup. But having no Dewey could have been a really good opportunity for Latu Fainu.
Yes, unfortunately, he is the unluckiest young half in the comp once again. Now, when Galvin left the club, right? When all that happened, Galvin was out. See you later, whatever. Latu had a broken thumb and couldn't just slot in. So we didn't have him there for that period. And that would have been a great opportunity. And then earlier this year, there was something happened. I think he was injured as well. And then he was suspended the last 3 weeks. And then now that he can come back, and it was a perfect opportunity for him to come back, what happens? He's done his hamstring in training. So he's out for 1 to 2 weeks. So there's pretty much the season, you know? It's just such a shame. I know he's going to get his chance and he's going to get his opportunity. I've been the biggest Latu, fucking backer. I really want him there. I want him in the number 7 jersey. Don't care what anyone says. Latu is our half. He's our future. And but fuck, man, he needs to stop getting injured. Because, when there's opportunities like this that present themselves, and it's golden, especially when I think his development has been really not handled very well this year in a lot of aspects. And it just sucks for him, man, because this was, perfect golden opportunity, and I just feel for him.
Especially because he's been stuck behind Dewey and Luai, who people have been asking to bring Latu in, and it's no, we're gonna play him off the bench. We're gonna play him at 9. We're gonna play him anywhere else except the halves. And now there's a spot open in the halves, and he can't go for it. Which you're right, he might be the most unlucky young half in the comp, arguably one of the unluckiest players in the comp. Full stop. Now, Another bad news in terms of injuries and stuff. Josh Schuster has gone to hospital
Yeah, he was hospitalised, took a knock to the throat, I believe, and had some maybe like windpipe damage or something like that. But he was hospitalised, happened at training, so he did miss his return. He was going to line up in Cup, but he missed his return to footy. So yeah, unfortunate for him, but I hope he's back fit and ready again soon and gets his chance. I didn't actually see the Cup team yet. I don't know if he was named, but I will just check on that just real quick, if you guys bear with me.
While you check that, Jaden Brayley, we talked about it last episode, and as usual, whenever we film, big news comes the next day, and then we have to wait like another 9 days to post about it. But Jaden Brayley has officially signed with the West Tigers. Do you remember what the contract was? Because I don't. It was 9 days ago. Don't remember it now. I think it's how many?
I'm not too sure what he signed for. Look, he adds experience and depth to our squad, and I'm happy with the signing. I think it's a great signing.
Hoping it doesn't stunt Hayward, that would end Lenyon as well. But hopefully that experience will teach them even more, like having Appy and then learning off of Jaden Brayley as well, someone different. Could be good for them. Another rumoured player that we're after is Kurt Mann.
Yes, I think it would be a fantastic pickup, especially for the fact that we would get him for a pretty good price, considering his age, probably on a 1-year deal, adds a fuckload of experience and grit and
versatility. Much needed versatility.
Great versatility. I swear he's played every position there is in the fucking league. I think he would be a fantastic addition. Just to have that leadership there, to have his presence around, and just sort of, I guess, teaching our young guns coming through, not only on actual footy skills, but on the pressures of playing footy, playing rugby league at this level. I think he'd be a great influence on the team. So I hope we can get it done. If all those rumours are true.
He did only just play Origin last year, I think. So he's still playing really good footy. He'll bring a lot to this club if we do pick him up. Watch now we'll sign him tomorrow. We're going to sign him tomorrow now.
Yeah.
And we won't be able to post about it for 8 more days.
Yeah. And just an update, Josh Schuster not named this week for Cup, so probably still recovering from that injury. Beyond the jungle this week, Fanatic, what do we got?
Josh Papali'i is going to retire at the end of the year. What a career he's had with his Origin and his 300 gamer. All the goal kicks that he's been doing at the end, Josh Papali'i, he's an absolute cult hero. His son is a cult hero. Have you seen the Raiders logo as well?
What about the Raiders logo?
They've added a mullet to it. It's so sick.
I haven't even seen it, to be honest.
It looks so cool. Thoughts on Papali'i's career?
Fantastic career. Like you said, a cult hero. Just a true workhorse in our game, and what a storied career. So yeah, it's good. I love when a player gets to call time on a great career and they're not forced out or medically retired or things like that. It's just it's a great ending for him.
One of the few players in the comp that have absolutely no haters, even though he's a Queenslander. You can't hate Big Papa.
He's still so lovable, eh? He is lovable.
Sam Walker, he's come out and said that he wants $6.8 million for 4 years. That's 1.7 mil a season. Crazy.
I don't think it is crazy, and I'll tell you why. I don't think it is crazy. Look, he's at that age now where he's got the world at his fucking feet. He's an Origin player now. He is, he won man of the match. He proved himself in the Origin arena. If we didn't win the series, which we could have easily not done, if there was no, send off or whatever, he would have been player of the series, without a doubt. So, he is worth the money. He knows full well that he is at this junction point in his career where he either stays at Roosters or he goes to PNG. And I don't even think Brisbane's an option. Fuck them, right? It's all this nostalgia. Oh, he's from fucking all this shit. Nah, he's not going there. He knows. I don't think Nathan Cleary's going to PNG. I think they're going to go hard for Sam Walker if he doesn't sign with Roosters beforehand. And the fact is that for him to walk away with the same sort of money that he will get at PNG, they're going to have to pay 1.7. Sorry, that's how it is.
Exactly.
You can't blame Sam for that. If you have a problem with it, blame fucking Peter V'landers and the Australian and Papua New Guinea governments who signed off on this bullshit. Because unfortunately, that is now the predicament that all these clubs, every club, apart from PNG, are now in. We'll have to pay that sort of money to keep our stars. That's just how it is. That is just how it is. Sam's a smart kid. He's a smart kid. And he knows that, he is worth what someone is willing to pay. And PNG are willing to pay him the big bucks to go there. And he gets to keep every fucking cent of it. Roosters, you got to come to the party, mate. If you want him, you got to pay it. So he has every right to ask for that money.
This is one of the biggest contract power plays I've ever seen. This is unreal. To be asking for $1.7 million when the best player is on 1.3, Dylan Brown. I don't think anyone's on more than 1.3. To be going, I want 1.7, and to be able to not sound like a moron, that's such a power play. What the hell?
Well, he also knows that DCE is leaving, right? He's the guy. He's the fucking guy.
Yeah.
If Roosters believe in him, then they've got to pay it. They've got to pay it.
Yeah. And you're saying how he's at that point in his career. The next contract is gonna be he'll be reaching his prime.
Exactly.
And it's and with the salary cap going up, it's not as crazy as it sounds. But it's still very, very an aura move right there. Now Billy Slater has quit as Queensland coach. He was scared of Matt King. Matt King, when he announced he was New South Wales coach and did that huge speech where he was saying how much he wanted this and how much he was gonna go all out for this state. Billy's nah, no thanks. I don't want to go against that. So he's running scared. Cam Smith and JT, they've also pulled themselves out of contention for Queensland coach. They're scared. Queensland, they might not even have a coach.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is, right, and I think it's much more Joey's been sort of tainted with this, I guess, brush for a while with, why wouldn't you coach, why can't you coach New South Wales? If you're so passionate, why won't you coach it? Mm. It comes down to legacy. Billy is that sort of guy that he was willing to risk that. And he has that natural coach in him. He really is. I think he's a true coach rather than just a figure, a leader sort of that's there. I think he is a real I guess analyst of the game and someone who can really get the best out of players. And it's been proven. I know he didn't win the series and whatnot, but I mean, if you look at some of the players he's chosen and the form they then played with, not only in that Origin series, but then took into the rest of the year in their club footy. I think it's no doubt that Billy has such a huge impact. So I think the reason he left is more so to do with his future coaching career. I believe he might get announced as Melbourne Storm's assistant coach for next season, and I think he might be there to take over in 2028 as head coach.
Little Benji kind of announcement. Start as assistant coach, go in as coach. I don't know who's going to become Queensland coach. There's not really any clear options now that Smith and JT have pulled themselves out. Yeah,
I think they might go with, maybe someone that's been there in that assistant role, similar to Matt King. So we might sort of have, I hate to say it, but an auraless coaching, staff.
Yeah.
I guess head coach roles. Maybe. Is that a problem? I don't know. Does Origin need that? I don't know. They have had that majority of the time in the past, to some extent, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be Fitlar or whether it be, Gus Gould or
Mal Meninga,
Mal
Wayne
Meninga,
Bennett.
Wayne Bennett, exactly. So I think,
It'll be
it's
very interesting.
it looks like it might be a new era of State of Origin coaching.
But that might like having Matt King, someone that's not a huge like name in rugby league or whatever, of like a former legend. He might just be there because he's a good coach, and we might be getting like actually like we won't be thinking, "What the hell are you doing, Matt King? Pick someone like better." He's probably going to come with a good team list.
I think he will. And also, one thing about Matt King, I want to make clear as well. He was a fantastic player for New South Wales as well.
Yes.
Like, don't get me wrong, but he just doesn't have that like legend aura status around him, same as like Fittler does, or someone like Joey Johns would have. You know what I mean? Or Gus Gould has. But one thing I will say about him is he's very fucking passionate, extremely passionate. Like, when I heard him speak after he was announced as coach, I was like, fuck me dead.
Exactly.
Like, I'd hate to come up against him as coach. This guy is hungry. He is fucking hungry. So I think he's a great choice for New South Wales. Does Queensland need aura? I think they do. And I'll tell you why I think they do. I think Billy lost a little bit of that towards maybe these last last few series. And that's probably why they didn't win at Suncorp for the last 3 years. Like, I think they need to get back. I think they need to get back to a bit of an old school fucking Queensland, bit of fucking, where the underdogs fuck you, rough tumble, where the fucking country bumpkin fucking, whatever the fuck, cousin fuckers. I don't know what they say there. But yeah, I think they need to get back to that, whatever that is. And as much as I hate them in that, we need Queensland to have that we just get it aura about them so Origin can work.
I agree.
Because if they lose that, we lose Origin. I truly believe that. So
now we do have Murray Talangi. He's set to leave NRL for French rugby. I did not see this one coming, to be honest, like at all.
Yeah, no, it was quite a surprise. But I mean, French rugby, they got that mullah, mate. They got that mullah. So yeah, I mean, I can understand the appeal from an NRL player's perspective for sure to go over there.
Jack Cleary, he requests a release from the Warriors. This could be big, potentially.
Yes. I mean, and it could mean a number of things. Who knows where this is how this is all going to play out. Penrith are notoriously very good at keeping things in-house and under wraps. And they'll let you know of something when they're ready to let you know of something. I mean, the fact of Ivan Cleary, that news was such a bombshell. And I just... Is it, this is what's been thrown up. Is it just a family reunion? Is he going over there to, finally be coached by his father at NRL level to get sort of his start in the NRL, play, alongside his GOAT brother, Nathan, learn off the best, and then Nathan moves on to, other places, whether that be PNG or, it's been floated that the Warriors may be keen. Maybe a potential, a viable option for him. Does he go over there where his dad had such, history, where Nathan spent a lot of his younger years living there while his dad coached the Wars? Does he go there and try and deliver them their first premiership? Who knows? They might win it this year. Who knows? But like there's a lot, that could be the outcome of this. I don't know, or is it to link up with Nathan and have a new Cleary partnership dominance at Penrith, not in the form of player coach, but in the form of halves partners? Who knows? Like it's so interesting. There's so much depth to this story. Or maybe he just fucking misses home and he just wants to come back and he doesn't care if he's playing Cup again next year. He just wants to be back with his fam. Misses his hometown friends. I don't know. Who knows? But, it's going to be interesting. I can't wait till November 1st. I'm actually fucking excited.
There's plenty of different possibilities there. Speaking of the Clearys, it's Ivan's 500th game as coach. 500 games as coach is very rare. There's probably like 7 or so players that have reached that. So, and Ivan's career as coach might top most of the people above him as well in terms of games. The only ones that I think really rival Ivan as the greatest coaches of all time are Wayne Bennett and Craig Bellamy, and then maybe Jack Gibson, and then it's Ivan. Like, they're the Mount Rushmore. So yeah, Ivan's hitting 500 games, big milestone.
Massive milestone, and like, huge congratulations. I know a lot of Tigers fans hate Ivan for how he left and all that. Yes, it was messy. Yes, it was fucked. Yes, the bus crashed into a fucking ditch and burnt with all of us on it. Yes, he blew us a kiss. Yes, but we also heckled the fuck out of him. Let's not forget that.
That's such a good night.
As a true just rugby league fan, taking my Tigers hat off for a second, he is a fantastic coach. How he actually goes about life, I'm actually very inspired by him as a person. I think he's a wonderful leader, wonderful a builder of culture within a club. It's been evident with not only the success he's seen at Penrith, but also the early success he saw at the Warriors. His heart was never in the Tigers. He always had other goals and other dreams, and I can't knock him for that. Look at what they've built. Look at what they've achieved. I really can't knock him for that. And yeah, what a massive milestone. I can't believe that after next year he's not going to be a coach in the NRL, or a coach at all. But yeah, in my eyes, he's the greatest of all time. I truly believe that.
Who remembers the rumors of Nathan Cleary coming to the Tigers in like 2018? Oh, what could have been? Oh,
well,
my God.
they weren't just rumors. That was what the club was genuinely really, really pushing for, and what they believed they would get. They believed that Ivan was extremely happy, and they believed that Ivan would not go back to Penrith, and he would be able to lure his son to Concord. But wasn't to be. When Ivan said yes to the Penrith job, his one condition was that Gus Gild has no say, no power over him directly and his role. Pretty much the next day, Gus was out of the club with his position made redundant. So, yeah, it didn't play out the way Tigers thought it would. And, maybe poor club management once again rearing its ugly head at the Tigers. And yeah, I guess no foresight for really a future.
Instead of getting a 20-year-old Nathan Cleary, we got some 33-year-old forwards on $2 million, $3 million of our cap. So yeah, it could have went a lot better than it did. Now, lastly, DCE has announced that he's going to Hull at the end of the year, going into next year. This one was a bit odd to me. I spoke about it literally 2 weeks ago, maybe. How DC and Ben Hunt were both like, if they play on next year, they'll both be around 400 games, which is only being reached by Cameron Smith, who's 430. The fact that he is 60 games above the next best is actually crazy. But yeah, DC could have finished on 400 games, NRL games, 30 games above fourth if Ben Hunt did play on next year. But he's decided to go to Super League and not do any of that. I found that very interesting. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking weird, I think. I think he's good enough to play another season in the NRL. Also, like, they're in a very good position. They might win the comp. Wouldn't that be a great way to end a career? I don't know. Rather than being cold, shitty fucking Hull. It's not even the good Hull team. It's the fucking shit one. And, like, I'm sorry, but if I'm an Australian wanting to go play Super League, I'm going to fucking Catalans, cunt. I'm living in the south of France in fucking paradise. I ain't living in no shitty fucking Hull. I've never even been there. I don't even know what it's like. Sorry if you're listening to this podcast and you're from Hull. My bad. But from all accounts, what I've heard, it's a fucking shithole. So have fun over there, DCE. You long neck fuck.
The only thing I know about Hull is that's where Gareth Ellis went to. That's it. That's all I know about Hull. So, and it wasn't that team. It was the other one, the good one. So yeah.
KR.
So I just found it weird, like, but maybe he's making a bag over there. I don't know. It's one of Super League's biggest signings that they've had in from the NRL. So I don't know. And like the slight possibility that Cleary goes there. They've already got RTS, Damien Cook, Tyrell Sloan, all going there next year. And like if Cleary ended up going to Super League to be over there with Mary Fiala once his contract ends at Penrith instead of going to Papua New Guinea, could you imagine he would be playing on rookie mode if he went to the Super League?
Yeah, to some extent. I don't think it's as easy a comp as everyone thinks it is. You don't get the facilities are nowhere near as good as he would have at Penrith. And he's if he does leave Penrith, like no matter where he goes, but especially over the Super League, it's such a different system. Like for someone who's only ever played in one system at club level. Not saying he can't go over there and be successful. He can. I just don't think it's going to be a walk in the park like everyone thinks. But I was sort of on the Super League train at first. I'm not anymore. I don't think he's going to go to Super League. I don't think he is.
Do you think he stays at Penrith or goes to Papua New Guinea?
Penrith.
Okay. It's tricky because like then who goes to Papua New Guinea if they don't get Cleary and they don't get Sam Walker?
Munster.
What if Munster? Okay. Mate,
they've got a list as long as the fucking red carpet at the fucking Oscars fucking whatever the fuck. But their list is long, brother, and they can get whoever the fuck they want. If so-and-so says no, then fucking
under the next guy.
Get the next best guy. Yeah, and they're all fucking Origin stars. And they're all fucking rep players. They're all fucking, whatever. Anyway, NRL's fucking the fucking league, so good on them. Well done. All for a fucking team, in a country that's not even fucking Australia. Great. Hectic. Anyway, I had me rant last week, so I won't say too much again, but fuck PNG, fuck the Chiefs, I hate them. Said it. Don't care. I'm not going to be bought into this fucking, oh my God, it's amazing. Fucking, oh my God, it's amazing. Fucking, you want to league? Fuck, build your own league over there, cunt. I don't give a fuck. I'll support that. But why should my taxpayer dollars go to already rich fucking NRL players so they don't have to pay any fucking tax for this country? Fuck off, cunt.
It's going to Zach Lomax.
Fuck that. Exactly right. Zach Lomax, of all people. He's a fucking dog, mate. So, Look, I don't think Cleary leaves Penrith. Yeah. I think he knows that legacy.
Like he can retire as the GOAT, and I think going to Super League, I don't think he'll retire as the GOAT. He'll still be behind like Cameron Smith. I don't know.
The thing is, you go to, you stay at Penrith, you win another couple of comps without your dad there. You continue that dynasty for the next, batch that are coming through, including the coaching staff coming through. Peter Wallace, I know he's an assistant there now, but, to be in this transition period, to be part of that and to continue that success, you don't just finish as the Prince of Penrith. You don't finish as the king. You finish as a fucking god. A god. You are a god. And you will have a key to the city for fucking forever. You will never pay for a beer again.
Right. Never.
So I think that's sometimes because no matter what, Cleary is going to make a fucking fortune after rugby league.
Mm.
You can't say the same for all these players that are going to PNG to some extent. Cleary can go do whatever the fuck he wants after league, and he'll make a killing at it, doing it. So I don't think money is as much of a like that life-changing, crazy fucking money. I don't think that's as much of a factor for him. I'm not saying it isn't a factor, but it's not as much of a factor for him as it is for certain other players.
Yeah.
I think winning is somewhat... Because, for instance, right, in Ivan Cleary's book, and I know I've fucking referenced it so many times on here, but I loved it so much, so fucking whatever, cunt. one point he made was that Nathan has been offered fucking deals coming out of his asshole, mate. Like deals on deals on deals on deals on deals on deals on deals, third parties, right?
Yeah.
And he takes like maybe 1 or 2 a year, which is like Adidas and something else. Where he could be earning more, like probably another 1.2 mil a year on just sponsorship deals. But he doesn't do it because he's focused on winning, and that's it. Winning and getting better and building a fucking winning culture and maintaining a winning culture. And that tells me that he's not chasing the bag. He's not chasing that quick money. He's chasing success, legacy, and dynasty. And that's why he'll stay at Penrith.
All right, today we're joined by the one and only Leaguie. Leaguie, how are we?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me. Excited about the game this week. Obviously, fancying my team's chances, but looking forward to previewing it a bit today.
So we're going to learn a little bit more about our special guest with Fast Five. So we've got 5 quick questions. They don't have to be quick. You can take your time answering. What is your earliest rugby league memory?
That would be, on the topic of Roosters versus Tigers, the Braithen Astor field goal back in 2010. I would have been about 7 years old, and I definitely remember the significance of that moment.
That's one of my earliest. Not the earliest, but it's up there. Who is your favourite current Rooster?
That would be Cotter Watson. Love his impact off the bench. I feel, in the momentum game nowadays, he really is able to turn that around come the middle part of games. I'm definitely going to miss him when he's off at the Dragons next year.
Who will be your favourite Rooster when he's gone?
That's a good question. I love a bit of Hugo Savala, local junior. I know Hainesy's a massive fan of him. I think that's probably a solid choice.
Who is your favourite all-time Rooster?
Cooper Cronk, which is kind of amazing because for the vast majority of his career, I intensely disliked Cooper Cronk. He would just succeed for all the teams that I didn't want to see win. But for his 2 years at the Roosters, such a brilliant halfback, knows the game so well. Love the way he conducted himself.
Who is your favourite current player that doesn't play for the Roosters?
Can I say Dominic Young? Is that cheating?
No, it's not.
I mean, former Rooster, but look, I know most Roosters fans were off him, and definitely it wasn't at his best at the Chooks, but I love how marketable he is. I think that's the kind of brand that we can be tapping into as a game to grow on an international scale. The whole Jamaican dreadlocks, all that stuff. So, love a bit of Dominic Young.
And last question, who is your favourite all-time player that never played for the Roosters?
Well, I'll flex a little bit here. Having a bit to do with James Graham lately, I love James Graham. I love the way that he played. It was always 110%. But the things that he's doing post-career in terms of sorting out ex-players with concussions and stuff, he's actually started an annual check that every ex-NRL player can get for free to see how they're progressing in terms of their mental health and their brain health. So I love what he's doing. Definitely would be my pick.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's crazy.
And while we got you, Leaguie, we did just touch on this in our segment Beyond the Jungle as well. We want to know your thoughts on Daly Cherry Evans going over to the Super League instead of retiring, instead of taking an immediate coaching role at the Roosters or something along those lines. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I can't say it surprised me too much, to be honest. I mean, I definitely think he could have stayed on one more year. He is playing definitely good enough. But he seems to be in his side quest era, spending a whole career at Manly, just going one season at the Roosters, then experiencing one season of Super League. I think that makes sense. I don't know about going to Hull. I've had the unfortunate privilege of going to Hull in the past. It is not much to write home about. But if he gets to experience a little bit of England, I guess, why not?
This Sunday, the Sydney Roosters versus the West Tigers. First versus 14th. One side is sitting on top of the NRL ladder, charging towards a minor premiership and looking every bit like a genuine premiership contender. The other side is the West Tigers. The Roosters have won 8 games in a row. The Tigers have lost 8 games in a row. The Roosters are dreaming about playing at a core stadium in October. The Tigers are dreaming about winning a fucking game of rugby league. The Roosters have James Tedesco. The Tigers used to have James Tedesco. One club is looking for a premiership. The other is looking for the fucking reset button. So naturally, Tigers 13 plus, baby. Let's go.
Absolutely. Go
Mate, Leaguie. How do you think this game is going to go?
I anticipate one thing and one thing only, and that is a Patrick Herbert legacy game. I think we've seen what he's capable of doing is going to tear us apart. But no, I mean, seriously, like, obviously there's people talking about massive scorelines that are going to happen in these games. I never really like predicting a massive scoreline, but certainly our premiership credentials have been proven in recent weeks, and this is a game where we really can't afford to get complacent against you guys. Should be an opportunity for us to put some points on heading into some tougher games, respectfully, towards the back end of the year.
Yeah, I mean...
You said 13 plus. You said 13 plus in the intro. The odds.
The odds are $41. So gamble responsibly, guys, and put your fucking house on it. But look, I mean, all things stats wise, reality wise. If you're an expert on rugby league, you would see this as a Roosters flogging on the way. Roosters flogging the Tigers, I mean. But let me tell you something. When teams are paying $9 plus, there's this thing that the footy gods do, and they go, nah. We'll fucking show you. And I just think if there's a game that, look, in this last 2-month period, there's been multiple games that people have been like, well, Tigers, they should win that one. They should win that one. They should win that one, whatever. And we failed at every opportunity. I just think, why wouldn't we succeed against the team that's absolutely fucking flying at the moment, has handled every challenge that's been thrown their way, has knocked off Penrith off the top of the table, for the first change in the ladder leader since round 3. And it's just such a game that a struggling Tigers team come out and actually play good against. I just think, I don't know. I don't know if there will be an upset, but it wouldn't shock me to my core if there was.
There's a hell of a lot of copium in there. I won't lie to you, brother. But I like it. Look, I like the fact that we can come into a game like this, and as you say, those two records are the complete opposite. 8 in a row wins, 8 in a row losses. And still, you've got optimism. It's one thing I love about Tigers fans. I don't know how the hell you do it, but every week you do it, and I've got to respect that.
Mate, if we don't have hope, what do we have? Fucking noose around our neck and we're jumping off a fucking tree.
Well, to be fair, we didn't have Alex Twal last week. We've got Alex Twal back this week for the game at Allianz. And what happened last time we played at Allianz?
I was going to say, 2-point win to you guys. So, there's a bit of history there.
100%. Vapes out, baby. Vapes out.
I think if there's ever a club that when every single fan is writing them off, that's when they'll turn up. It's us, including Tigers fans. No Tigers fan realistically expects us to win this game. Unless you're delusional like me and Maddie. I think we're winning this game.
And I also think there's something to when there's a lot of, a particular statement made that goes sort of viral during the week. Right before Dragons beat us, they were called possibly the worst team in rugby league history, right? They were called that publicly. By, who was it? Luke Keary? Fuck, that cunt's got an opinion on everything. But I think the fact that there was that interview with that Tigers fan outside in West Tigers Live, and the fact that video actually went quite viral, no doubt the players would have heard that, calling them all, what did she call them? What was the word used? Bunch of tossers, I think she said. Bunch of tossers. They're shit, blah, blah, blah. I think when there's noise like that, I don't know, it's been weird with the Tigers. Fans have obviously been saying it, but you haven't really heard that abrupt and abrasive, I guess, through the media. And now that there has been, I don't know, it is copium again, but I don't know. I just feel like, and this isn't even from Tigers. I feel like it's happened with multiple teams throughout the years, where it's when there's the real pile on comes, and it's the real pressure is, and then they just flip the script and I don't know. similar to Origin, right? Like Origin Game 3, no cunt gave New South Wales a chance, and they went out and flogged the fuck out of Queensland. So, Roosters are a quality side, and I truly think yous are going to be there in October. Do I think that we could maybe pip you out just one upset loss before you go on a run to the grand final? Yeah, fuck yeah, I do. Why wouldn't I? You know?
If there's ever been a team that's due a win, it's us. If there's ever been a team that's due a loss, it's the Roosters. And sometimes it's the loss that you need going into finals to snap them out of the losing streak, get them rethinking about how they're going to run home on finals. Because if you've started your run home too early, you don't want it crashing in finals. You'd rather it crashing in like a game against the Tigers, so you can fire up.
Well, that's a really interesting point you actually say about the loss you need before the finals, because with 8 in a row, if we do go on and win our remaining games this regular season, in order to then go through and win all the way to a grand final, that'll be 14 wins in a row, which is a hell of a lot. So if we do lose, there'll be that silver lining, but, if I'm honest, guys, I'm not really entertaining that as much of a possibility.
That's what we love to hear. We love to hear the doubters.
Clip that up when we lose, by the way.
Yeah, honestly, I actually want everyone to pile on more. Please. Like, please tell me how shit we are. Please tell me that we have zero chance. Please tell me that we are going to get flogged 100-0. Please keep it up. Keep all of that up, because then there's nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. And then all the pressure actually lands with the Roosters, and none is on our back. And now that the season's fucking done, Adam Dewey's gone, our season's gone. So what do we have to lose? Go out there and throw the fucking ball around, have a bit of fun. And if it pays off, it pays off. If it doesn't, well, no one expects you to win anyway. So
Exactly.
Plus, we own Allianz anyway. It's our stadium, so.
Well, okay, steady on. Look, I understand how good a player Alex Hall is. We are getting a man back named James Tedesco, who's not 12 levels. I'll give you that. But I think he can hold his own in his own right. So let's just steady on there.
He's no dream bowler, but I do really highly rate James Tedesco. I personally rate him as the best fullback of all time. I have him over Billy. I've got stats that somewhat back it up, or at least have them neck and neck, roughly. Everyone, when you ask him who's the best fullback of all time, no one ever says Teddy. No one. Everyone always just goes with the default answer of Billy Slater. I'll read out the stats, because right now he's a chance of winning Dally M Fullback of the Year again this year. He's currently on 5 Dally M Fullbacks of the Year. Billy only won 3. And if he wins again, that's 6, and that's double any other fullback in history. He's got 2 Dally M's to Billy's 1. Teddy's won one Clive Churchill, Billy's won 2, but one of those was in 2009 when they were at the Salary Cup and shouldn't have even been in the grand final. Teddy's won 1 Wally Lewis medal, Billy's won 2, but one of those is literally the worst Wally Lewis medal winner of all time, and arguably could have went to Billy that year, could have went to Teddy that year, so it could have been 2-1 the other way. They've both won 2 comps, technically. Billy did have 2 stripped off him, but if Roosters win the comp this year, that's 3. He also could then win a Clive Churchill medal, that's 2, matches him with Billy. Teddy's played 20 less games, scored 30 less tries, and 5 less games for Origin, but he's only 33. He's probably got another 3-4 years even, maybe 2. I don't know. But he's got still a couple more seasons to maybe win two comps. Pass him in games and maybe tries. Teddy's never talked about in this discussion. I hate it. Big moment guy, by the way. State of Origin 2019. The grand final 2019. State of Origin this year. Billy, he did the chip and chase in 2004. What other big moment does Billy have? Am I crazy? I don't think of Billy as a game winning. I don't know. Am I crazy, Lee? Am I crazy?
Well, I'll ask you a question. Where does Cody Ramsey come into these conversations?
Cody Ramsey, a couple more years, and you'll be in this discussion, I think, as well.
Okay.
But, what do you think about Teddy and Billy debate?
Yeah, there's a couple of things I'll say about it. The first is when we talk about like the greatest players of all time and sort of immortal status, often we talk about a player who redefined their position and changed it. And I do think that James Tedesco came along and redefined the amount of work that a fullback is expected to get through. We see the likes of Dylan Edwards, who's very much perfected that as well. That was something that Slater wasn't necessarily as good at, which is fine. There are things that Slater was certainly better at than Tedesco as well. But I like that Tedesco was able to shape the modern fullback in that sense. The other thing I would say is often one of the things that people use against Tedesco is they say, oh, well, he was in all of these brilliant sides. And that's certainly true for 18 and 19. But in 2020, his halfback was Kyle Flanagan. The year after, it was a rookie Sam Walker and Drew Hutchison in the halves. Like, Billy Slater was in that big three Melbourne Storm side the whole way through. Tedesco's played for us and carried us in seasons where we finished bang in the middle of the table. So I do think he probably does need a bit more respect on his name. I mean, I'm so biased towards him, obviously, against Slater, but maybe once he retires, we'll be able to have that sort of appreciation of his career as a whole.
He also, I think he made Origin as a Tiger. That try against the Cowboys where he stepped 8 players. It's hard to make Origin as a Tiger. Tigers players don't get picked instead of Origin. And back then he was already getting talks about will he pass Billy as the best fullback of all time when he won in 2018. And he still had a great career since. And yet I feel like that discussion has kind of died. And I don't know what more realistically Teddy needs to do to get talked about in that. Matty, what do you think? What do you think with the Teddy Billy debate?
Well, I just put it down to, are they a New South Welshman or are they a filthy fucking two-head Queensland dog? And Teddy's a New South Welshman, so in my opinion, he's the fucking GOAT and Billy can get fucked. And you also walked away from the coaching job of your own state, Billy. What's to go with that? Brother? What, you saw Matt King coming, you didn't want to face him? You weak-gutted dog. No, but in all seriousness, Billy was definitely the GOAT of his era, for sure. Tedesco, I know there's an overlapping period, but then outside of, once Billy, retires, Billy's out of the picture, Tedesco 100% is the GOAT of his era. Where they end up, where they match up, I think it's something we need to look at when they both are retired. But right now, I think 100% he deserves to be in the debate. And if people land on Tedesco over Billy, I would not have an issue with that.
I will say, just before we move on from it, one of the big things I love about James Tedesco, it's such a flashpoint moment in the history of rugby league, because he did sign with the Canberra Raiders. A lot of people don't know this. But in 2015, he was going to go there on a 3-year deal. And given that, he literally scored a premiership-winning try against the Raiders 4 years later, I like to think how different rugby league history could have been if this generational player had come here to Canberra. Could have completely changed things.
Besides JT signing with the Cowboys, what if he stayed at the Bulldogs? This is probably the second biggest what if in rugby league. So it is a big deal.
I'll tell you what would have happened. He would have went fucking nowhere with his career because Canberra is a hellhole and it's where you go to die. Or to be a politician. Or to be a politician. Either way, your soul dies. So that's
or to be a YouTuber, apparently, as well.
Or to be a YouTuber, yeah. Yeah, the best part about Canberra is the road the fuck out of there. Especially after, 56-10 loss. Yeah. Nah, just kidding, Leaguie. You know I love you. Well, it looks like clear skies ahead this Sunday for the massive showdown, Sydney Roosters versus the West Tigers. Let's hope it doesn't turn to a wet day, and by that I mean West Tigers tears again, which I don't think it will. I think it'll actually be Roosters fans in tears, how could we have lost this game to such a shit team? But Leaguie, let's hear your rawcast for this week, mate.
Well, I'll start with my bold prediction. I reckon we're going to keep you guys to 0. I think our defence was so good against Penrith, and respectfully, I think Tigers' attack isn't quite on the Panthers' level. My score prediction, I'll go 36 points to 0. Bold, but I'm going to go with it. And was it a try? Oh, man of the match. Man of the match was the other one. on return against his former club, I reckon James Tedesco has a field day.
All right. Fanatic.
I have gone with the Tigers upset. I've got Tigers winning 27-26. Despite all the nice things I just said about James Tedesco, I've got Buller man of the match because he's going to show Teddy how it's done. First time I've done that all year, by the way. Just in case anyone's like, here comes Buller Glazer. Have not done that all year. And my bold prediction is Jock Madden is going to kick the field goal. We're going to get our jocks out for Jock. Yeah.
All right. What was your score prediction? Sorry.
27-26.
Okay. All right. Nice. All right. Well, I've got Tigers 22-20. My bold prediction is that Jock Madden will set up the final try and he'll convert the goal to win the game. And my man of the match, because of that, is Jock Madden. Thank you so much, Jungle Fan, for joining us once again. A huge thank you to Leaguie for joining us tonight. Really appreciate you coming on, brother. For anyone watching that is not familiar with you, I'm sure they are, but where can they find you?
So that'd be at the Leaguie on YouTube, on Instagram, and then at _the Leaguie on TikTok. If you are keen to hang out with the opposition throughout the game, I will be doing a watch-along live stream for this match on YouTube. So come hang out. It's always very good vibes.
Awesome.
It streams pretty much every game. So, just in general, the Leaguie is the YouTube channel to subscribe to if you haven't. And this one, subscribe to this one.
Definitely subscribe to this one.
Yeah, please.
Please, we're begging. Now, hats. Now, there was a delay, but they have arrived today. So to the people that did order one, thank you again so much. They will be sent out this week. By the time this episode comes out, they would have been sent out to you guys. There's a few extras. I ordered a few extras, so they are available to purchase. Fanatic's rocking it, so that's the front. I'm rocking it. That is the back. Got the Speak Free logo on the side as well. And you can find them at speakfree.com.au/shop. I'll even give you a fucking little autograph card in there too, mate, because I'm a good bloke like that. And it comes with a discount offer for some new merch that's coming out next year, so get amongst it. But other than that, remember to follow the Fanatic. Follow me, Speak Free. You know where to find us. All the links will be in the description if Fanatic remembers to put them in there. And other than that, claws out, baby. Let's go.